Today's Yin Yoga session will support the Stage 8 task of connecting to your purpose by using different methods for finding it. So as we try to tackle the bigger question of why are we here? What gifts do we have to give? What is our purpose here? It helps to approach it in a very practical way. So as we hold each pose today, consider a different time in your life. Start with when you were very young, 3 to 5 years old. Work your way up to 8, 9, 10 years old. Your preteen years, your teenage years, your early 20s, your late 20s, your early 30s, your late 30s. Work your way all the way up to present day. And for each age range in each pose, one age range per pose, ask yourself, what did you want to do as a career when you were that age? And why? Why did you want to do that? What did you want to do and why? And it's the why that is important. As we approach the end of the yoga session, see if you can string together all the different whys. Notice if you find a pattern for why you wanted to do what you wanted to do at that time. We'll begin by setting up the breath. Today we want to experiment with some different types of pranayama, different sounds that the breath can make and how that can make us feel. So we'll start with a long, slow inhale to give us plenty of air. And then when we breathe out, make the sound of the ocean. And do this by putting your teeth together, making kind of a shh sound, like the waves coming in to the shore. Again. Let the inhales come naturally and then keep going. Extending the exhale. Now let's try a variation. On your next exhale, we will take snake breath, where we put the teeth together a little bit more specifically and make a sound. Inhale. Notice how this feels different. Does it feel different in your body, in the mind? Try it again. Does it extend the exhale a little bit? One more time. Now we'll try one more, and this will be lion's breath. So we'll take a natural inhale, but when we exhale, we will make a little bit of a lion sound like this. Now you can use the hands to emphasize or leave them in your lap. Try it again. This is a shorter exhale. See how it feels different. In. It may feel playful or empowering or something else. Explore how it feels for you. Last one. Let's get started. Coming into a child's pose, we'll take the knees wide or narrow if you prefer, toes together in the back, and we will sink down, arms out into the mat. A couple of variations on this. You can put blocks under the wrists. You can use a block or a sandbag or a pillow under the chest to support this pose. Find your child's pose. Slowly come out of your child's pose. And back to an easy sit for a moment. Breathe. From here, we'll go into a half pigeon or a sleeping swan on the right. So we'll bring the right leg up, the left leg back long. The right heel is in the crease of the left hip. And lean down to the ground. Because this is yin, we're going to want to support the chest. You might also like a block under the right hip. That can be helpful, or under the right thigh, or an extra block under the chest. We support the position so that the body feels free to really relax into it. Adjust your props as you need. Let's switch now to the other side. Bring the right leg back, the left leg up, the left heel to the crease of the right hip. Bringing your favorite prop configuration back, leaning forward, and breathe. And slowly push yourself back up. And we'll come back through an easy sit for just a couple of breaths. From here, we'll move into a bound angle. Soles of the feet together. They can be close in with blocks under the knees, or they can be further away from you, also with blocks under the knees. We are going to be folding forward, so gather your props for that and find your most comfortable bound angle, and that could be different each day. You can use a combination of blocks to support you, and remember to change up the height of your blocks as you deepen the stretch over the course of holding the pose. Come up slowly. Move your props, and we'll come back to an easy sit for a couple of breaths. Coming now into a Sage Marichi 2, we'll start with the left foot and bring that all the way up to the hip. The right foot, we're going to bring the heel back to the ankle or just slightly forward of the ankle. We want this leg to be far enough to the right that you can get down beside it, but not too far. We'll be folding forward, reaching forward with the heart, and then taking the arms in a bind around the right leg. If this is too intense, please choose a different position, whatever your body is craving right now. In terms of support, you might like a block on top of the left leg that you can lean over. Adjust your props as you deepen your pose. Come up slowly, and we will switch sides. This time the right heel comes to the left hip. The left heel comes back to meet the ankle, maybe a little further over to the left. Make sure there's room to get by the leg. Reach out with the heart. Take a bind. Remember that you can support this position with a block on top of the right leg this time. And breathe. Adjust your props as you deepen the pose. slowly come up. Put your props away. And we will check back in with an easy sit for a couple of breaths. From here, let's head down to the ground. Swing yourself around and come down, lying flat. Legs are long, shoulders tucked under, and arms at the sides. From here, we'll take the legs up. You can use a strap to support this, or you can use a block under the hips. Um, Play around with a couple of different configurations and see what is most enjoyable. If you have a strap, kind of like this one, you can put your arms through it. Or you can use the wall. Put your legs up at the wall to support yourself. And breathe. Bringing the feet down, releasing your straps, or coming away from the wall if you were using the wall. Coming back down, lying flat, checking in with ourselves for a couple of breaths. From here, we'll bring both knees up, grab the toes for happy baby. Maybe bring the feet high. Maybe rock a little and breathe. Release. Slowly bringing the legs back down, lying flat. Checking in for a couple of breaths. Coming into Shavasana. Shoulder blades tucked under. You might like a pillow or a bolster under the knees for comfort, or under the head, or nothing at all. Legs can fall to the sides a little bit. Hands can be at your sides or resting on the belly. This is your time to integrate your practice. What you noticed today, what came up for you today. When you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Remove any props or pillows. Maybe roll the wrists and the ankles. Start to move the arms and the legs. Maybe take the arms up for a stretch. And roll over to one side for a rest. Just a moment while you get your bearings. Extend the top leg out and push up to a seated position. Thank you for joining me today. The love and the light and the teacher in me honors that in you. Namaste.